What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video. And in today's video, we're gonna take a quick look at Ethereum and see what it's doing on the 4-hour, the daily, and the weekly time frame charts. If that sounds good to you, we're also gonna check out Bitcoin at the end of this video, like we always do in all my videos. You guys know that by now. Stay tuned to the end of the video if you guys wanna see some Bitcoin analysis as well. Now let's jump straight on in to the video. As we jump right on in to the 4-hour chart for Ethereum, as you guys can see, we're just coiling up for an absolutely massive move on the 4-hour time frame. Now, it's not only the 4-hour time frame, but we're also going to look at the daily and the weekly chart too to see that we're coiling up for massive moves on all time frames. Now, this doesn't mean that we're necessarily going to be coiling up, right? We could be coiling to go down, right? Just keep that in mind. But as you guys can see on the 4-hour time frame here, we have this triangle that's been playing out about since about the middle of October, right? So it's been about a 3-week pattern so far that this triangle is playing out on the 4-hour time frame. You guys can see we've got multiple touches on the top here, all throughout here, right? And we've gotten multiple touches on the bottom here. We did have a little bit of a fake out and then came right back in. And now as you guys can see, if we zoom in a little bit, we are getting a nice bounce off the bottom of this again as we came back into the triangle. So literally as I was just rendering this video, Ethereum actually just broke up to the upside and it's actually at $405 right now, right about at this level here, guys. The 4-hour chart that you guys just listened to, kind of scratch that because we just did exactly what I thought we were going to do. We just broke up above the upward resistance line here. And, this could be just a fake out. So definitely look for what Bitcoin's doing. But Bitcoin's pumping as well. But the rest of this video still stands on the longer time frames, but just wanted to give you guys a quick update that Ethereum did just break this resistance line, so look for a little bit of a further upside for Ethereum. In my opinion, I think we're going to see a nice little bounce here and retest the top of this. I see that kind of playing out because we did see the elections yesterday. The polls haven't been announced yet of who exactly won, right? Whereas they're still tallying some votes to see exactly who won in certain swing states, right? So we don't know if Trump or Biden is going to win. I think we're going to see a massive bounce to the upside if we see Trump win, just because of the capital gains taxes and the kind of two different policies that they both have, right? I think Biden, it's going to kind of stay stagnant, right? I don't think we're necessarily going to see a huge dump in the stock market and Bitcoin and gold and all these equities, right? But I think if Trump wins, it's going to make us have a massive bounce to the upside. So keep in mind that this triangle ends at the 9th of November, right? The apex of this triangle. So we could be seeing a massive move on the small time frames within the next 5 days. And that kind of coincides exactly what they're saying, that we could be seeing the poll results by Friday, right? So keep in mind that we could bounce in here until we get the poll results. If we get a Trump win, I think we're going to go bounce up. If we get a Biden win, I think, we could bounce down, but not that much lower. We might just retest this low again. So keep in mind, that's kind of my 4-hour analysis for Ethereum. We're going to jump on into the daily chart now, guys. And on the daily chart, we have another triangle that's playing out as well. You guys can see on this one as well, we've had touches on the top and bottom all throughout. And on the bottom, we've had touches all throughout. And now what I'm seeing here for this one is the apex of this one is the 13th of November. So if we do break to the upside on the smaller time frame one, right? So about 417 is the top of the triangle. I think we could see a nice little bounce to at least test the top of this. If not, get a nice little bounce at least to this resistance here, where we had our low local high in this last consolidation period for Ethereum. So keep in mind, we're still in this daily triangle as well. So even if we do break out to the upside on this one, right, the top of this triangle, right now, if we went straight up, about coincides with that $400 mark right on the dot. So if we break up to the $400 mark, we could just be bouncing inside of this all the way until the apex, about 14th or 13th, 14th of November, more like the 13th. So this daily chart triangle has about another 9 days in it. So it's gonna be a little while until we see a breakout of this triangle, honestly, but it could happen any day, especially with a Trump win, as I said, in the election. It's absolutely huge. for the macro environments, not just for Bitcoin and the altcoins, but also for stocks and equities and gold, silver, pretty much everything, right? Because you don't want to see higher capital gain stacks. It's going to affect the stock market negatively. So now, guys, we are going to, right? You guys know what's coming next. We're going to jump straight on in to the meat and potatoes of the video, guys. The meat and potatoes of the video, and that is the weekly chart for Ethereum. Now, we have a couple things going on here. We're just bouncing between this resistance and this support, right? This purple line is the most important line for Ethereum and in altcoins in general, because you guys know that Ethereum leads the market for these altcoins. So you want to see it hold this major support, right? This purple line is so important because it was our resistance. If I change this to blue, it was our resistance all throughout the bear market, right? We didn't quite reach it here, but you guys can see how many times that this purple line was resistance before we finally broke through it, and now we're getting support on it, right? So I want to see us hold this purple line, at least in the short term. It's about, it's kind of more of a range. It's about 320. My opinion, to about 420. So about $100 range, 320 to 420. I want to see us hold that range, for the long term, right? After we, if we can go up to the upside now, I think we have our next three resistances are pretty much 430, which is our local high back here. Also some major support back here in the last bull market, and then about 577, a couple wicks and support back here. And then about 806, right, which is our resistance back here, which is our dead cat bounce in the last bear market. And then it's pretty much all-time high, about 1400. So not that many resistances left for Ethereum, which is extremely bullish, but we do want to see us hold this purple line. That's extremely important, right? It's you just want to keep stair-stepping up, and that's what we've been doing for the most part, right? You guys can see right here, we made our first move up, right? Came back down to retest this high here, right? That was kind of a sloppy line, but this high here. Made another move up. We came back down to retest this high here, right? So we're kind of just keep stair-stepping up each time. And now if we end up making another move up, right? I think we're going to go up to that 577 mark, and then we're going to come back down to retest this. And then we're going to move another up, down, and then past all-time high, right? It's going to get pretty choppy, I think, about to the end of the year. I don't think we're going to see all this price action by the end of the year, but I think it's going to get pretty choppy, before the Q1 of 2021. So we have to the end of this year, and then the Q1 of 2021, I think are going to be very volatile until we pass that all-time high, which I think we're going to be doing sometime in Q1 of 2021 for basically all Bitcoin and all higher cap altcoins are going to be passing its all-time high before March of 2021, and then we're going to be in price discovery, right? So that's kind of my analysis for Ethereum today. I also want to do a quick checkup on Bitcoin. So yesterday we talked about the daily chart. We're going to talk about the 4-hour chart today, and same thing, guys. We're pretty much just an ascending triangle or upward sloping wedge, however you want to draw it. I kind of draw it more as a wedge, just so it kind of makes a little more sense for you guys. You guys can see we've gotten multiple wicks down to this support, and we keep just making higher lows, right? That's extremely bullish, higher lows. And then same thing here, we're pretty much going up to retest pretty much the same area, kind of at an upward slope, a little bit higher each time. So that's why I drew it as a wedge instead of a ascending triangle. So you can draw it either way, guys. Either way, I think it's a bullish pattern. Because you keep making these higher lows, it shows how much buying pressure is in Bitcoin right now, especially with all these institutions buying it up. And a lot of people were scared of the election and scared that the election, we're going to see a massive dump before the election. And that just didn't happen, right? Not saying it couldn't happen before we get the results, or it couldn't happen right after we get the results. But so far, so good, right? We've seen, a lot of the stocks go up, stock market go up, and we're also seeing Bitcoin making pretty good gains ever since it was kind of announced that Trump was in the lead. But now it's pretty much, now that we wake up today, it's pretty much 50-50, like who's going to win? Is it going to be Bitcoin? Is it going to be, I said it's going to be Bitcoin. What is wrong with it? Is it going to be Trump or is it going to be Biden? No, we don't really know yet. So that could have a major thing what happens. in this ascending triangle. Like I said, I think if Trump wins, we're going to get a nice breakout to the upside. If Biden wins, we could just continue sideways. So that's my kind of analysis. On the election goes, I kind of wanted to talk about more of the election things because I think it will have a decent size, effect on the Bitcoin price. As much as we don't want it to have an effect, I still think it will, and at the end of the day. So take a look at this for Bitcoin. That's pretty much all there is. Until we break out of this ascending triangle, there's not going to be much that's going to be happening for Bitcoin. I also wanted to take a quick look today, guys. We haven't talked about this in months, right? But I wanted to take a quick look at it and update it. This is the Bitcoin stock to flow model. So as you guys can see, we're about to turn orange on the Bitcoin stock to flow model. If you guys aren't familiar with this, it is by Plan B. No, not what you guys thinking of. It's someone else, right? Don't be dirty. But you guys can see we're just about to turn orange here. And basically what it is these are the days until the next halving, right? You can see when we turn orange, we get super parabolic every single cycle, right? Turn orange, we start getting parabolic, right? And yes, the slope does start to go down, but that's when we really start seeing the massive gains, is when everything starts turning to that orange, right? Red, it's kind of sideways, right? Red, kind of sideways. Orange, it's pretty much an upslope, right? We're red. Now we're just starting to turn orange. It's pretty much an upslope. We're going to keep up with this blue line, in my opinion, which kind of predicts that the price right now should technically be about 18,000. So we're a little bit behind it, which could mean that, we got some big days coming out ahead of us, definitely some big days. But I think that a lot of that had to do with the uncertainty in the world and what happened back earlier this year with the massive dumps that we had. I think that's what, a lot of this had to do, that we're stuck slightly behind the stock to flow model. I think we're going to catch up pretty fast. Once we break this 14K resistance level, there's literally nothing, right, on the longer term, like on the weekly and the monthly, there's literally nothing until 20K. So we could see some massive fireworks, explosions very, very soon, and the election could just be the catalyst to get us there, right? So hope you guys enjoyed today's video today. That's pretty much all the analysis I had today. Still kind of working through my new apartment here. Still doesn't look that great yet, but I added a couple things yesterday. So, I hope everything's going well for you guys. I know hard times are out there right now. Just wanted to say you guys aren't alone. You guys aren't alone in this. Everyone's going through something, and, we just need to pull together. I think we're pretty much almost there. I think by, another couple of months or so, the world should be pretty much back to normal. I mean, that's what we said back in March of this year, but I'm hoping that something's a little bit different. So, like I said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a comment down below in the comment section to talk about what altcoin you guys want to talk about in tomorrow's video. I definitely appreciate that, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.